Good morning students, welcome back to our new video lecture. Here we are working on our unit. The name of the unit is Computers Network. Right? Today in this video lecture we will discuss about a very familiar term, a very well known term that is known as types of network. Network means the interconnected group of interconnected computers. These computers are connected with each other and these computers can share their resources, share their abilities with the individual PCs so that the network will be formed. Right? So the very popular topic is types of network. The topic is there in class 6, 7, 8 and 9 CBSE syllabus. So here in class 12 also a very little bit portion related with 2 or 3 marks is there in our computers network unit. Right? So today we will discuss on different types of networks. Right? So here computer network mean the computers that are connected in a network to share their resources. It is the very limited definition of computer network. Now, if we are going to classify computer networks into different categories, then we can discuss about the size of the network. In a network there are only 5 computers, in another network there are 500 computers. So the first one is a small network and the second one is a big network. Right? We can classify the computers network based on its geographical area, spread of the network in a big geographical area. Suppose in our lab we are having 30 computers. Right? And it is a very small geographical area. So here this is the small network, or we can say local area network. Now take the example of ATM machines. State Bank of India ATM machine network is spread across the country or spread across the continent. So here it is a network that is related with a big geographical area. Right? So we can classify computers network on different issues. Right? Here on this board you can see we classified the computers network based on 2 different things. The first one, computers network based on geographical spread. Right? Means the area that is covered by the computers network. Now on the second part, it is computers network based on the component role. Right? So 2 different categories are there on the board. The very first category is the classification based on geographical spread, means the area that is covered by your network, by the individual network. Right? So according to this category, we can see there are 4 different type of computers network. The first one is known as personal area network. This network is created by a specific person. This network is created by an individual person, and this PAN is generally used as the domestic level. Domestic means it is a home network. Suppose you purchased a dongle from the market. Dongle means by which you can provide internet accessibility at your home. So you purchased a dongle, plug this dongle at your home, and 4 different mobiles are connected with this particular dongle to access internet. So what is this one? Here it is 4 different mobiles are connected with this dongle. So it is a small network that is known as a personal area network. Right? Suppose 2 different mobiles are there, and if you want to share photos from one mobile to another mobile, you just on the Wi-Fi system of these 2 different mobiles. So 2 different mobiles are connected with a Wi-Fi for data sharing purpose. It is also under the category of personal area network. Right? You connect your mobile with the TV, you connect your mobile with your laptop at your home. All these type of formation are called PAN, personal area network. Here, computing devices are connected with each other. Right? It is not necessary to connect two different laptops only or two different desktops only. You can connect your laptop with mobile, you can connect TV with your mobile, you can connect your mobile phones with the dongle. So all these are the example of PAN only. Right? Now take the next example. It is local area network. When the network of computers are connected in a localized area within 1 kilometer. Now what is the meaning of localized area? Localized means the computer's network inside a room, computer's network inside a office, computer's network inside a building, computer's network inside a school, inside a college, inside a factory. Here it is a localized area, right? When you connect the computers within 1 kilometer in a localized area, it is known as local area network. Here the most important thing is what is the geographical spread of this local area network. It is within 1 kilometer's range, right? So it is known as LAN. Generally, if you want to establish LAN in your office, generally we establish the local area network with the help of twisted pair cable, with the help of hubs and switches, right? But the distance, the geographical spread, it is 1 kilometer only, 1 kilometer only. Keep in mind, right? Now the next one, what is this MAN, metro area network? The geographical spread of computers is more than 1 kilometer and up to the entire city, right? Suppose one example, there are 5 to 6 different CBSE schools in our area. Now if I want to connect computers of all these 5 or 6 CBSE schools and I want to create a network, create a computers network that is spread across the city, so it is known as metro area network, where the network spread across the city, or the limitation of this network is under a city. Clear? It is known as metro area network. Now what will happen if we cross the limit, if we cross the geographical spread of the network away from the city, right? Suppose schools in our city are connected at schools that are nearby the city. These schools are also connected with each other. My city school and the nearby city school, all the schools are connected in these two different cities. Then it is not a MAN, metro area network. The limitation of MAN is under one city only. Now here in this example, two different city computers are connected. Now it is the example of wide area network. Yeah. The geographical spread of wide area network is across the state, across the country, or we can say across the continent, right? The best example of wide area network, it is our railway reservation system. It is the ATM machines of different banks. It is the Airtel mobile network. It is the Vodafone mobile network that are spread across the city, across the country. Yeah. So based on the geographical spread, we can say there are 4 different type of network. The first one is personal area network. Second one is local area network, then metro area network, and the last one, it is wide area network. Different local area networks, if we connect these different LANs with each other across the country, then we can say it is an example of wide area network, right? So very basic term, you are very familiar with this topic. Now come to the next part. It is type of computers network based on component rule. It is also there in class 9th and 10th, but not in a big level. Here in our computers networking chapter, in this topic, component role, there are 2 different type of network. The first one is peer-to-peer network. Clear? The second one is client server network. These two type of networks are there in the component role. Now what is peer-to-peer network and what is client server network? Now just see, two different images are there on the board. The first one, it is the very first image. It is related with peer-to-peer network, and this is the second image. It is related with client server network. Clear? Now talk about peer-to-peer network. Peer means what? Peer-to-peer means, suppose in a network 1, 2, 3 different computers are connected and all these computers are having equal rights. Equal right means all are the managers. Nobody is the in charge of this network. All the computers are shared equal rights. They can manage their individual data. They can manage their information system. They can manage their individual rights. No one is the in charge in the diagram 1 in this type of networking. So this is known as peer-to-peer networking. Right? Here, in this peer-to-peer networking, if we connect, suppose a modem is connected in this network, right? So internet accessibility is there in this local area network. Now, no one is the in charge. Each and every PC are shared equal rights of this network, in this internet facility. They can do as they want. Right? So, peer-to-peer networking is somehow comfortable in a small network with 5 or 10 computers with, or we can say maximum 15 computers are there in a network. So, we can assign equal rights to each and every PC and no in charge, no monitoring, no security, or we can say little bit security, very few, little security or safety. So, if you want to create a small network, here the approach is peer-to-peer network is there in front of us, right? Now, what will happen if we are going to connect a big number of computers in a network? Suppose 100 computers are connected in a particular network. Now here, to manage these 100 computers data, to control the activity that are going on in these 100 computers, to safety and security of these 100 computers data, these computers activity, we cannot choose peer-to-peer approach, right? When number of computers are more in a network, then this peer-to-peer approach is not applicable at all. Now we just shift on this second diagram, and it is known as a client-server network, right? With the help of this technique, we can manage a big number of computers that are connected in our network. Clear? So, what is there in client-server network? Just see the diagram properly. Here, in peer-to-peer network, all these computers are connected with hub or switch. Right? It is the central connecting device in this type of networking. So, if hub or switch is connected, all the computers are in charge of its own. Right? Now, just see the diagram. Here, all these computers are connected with a server. Here it is a server. Server means a computer with serving capacity. Now, what is the serving role? Serving role means there are different type of servers available in the market. File server. If you connect file server in your network, you have to purchase this server computer from the market separately. Near about the cost of this server computers are near about 80,000 to 1,25,000. It is too much expensive to purchase a server, right? So, different type of servers are available in the market. The first one is file server, right? If you want to manage the rights of the file accessing with these different clients, then you can purchase file server. Print server is also available in the market. If you want to manage the printing role, the printing service of your network, you can purchase print server. Modem server is also available in the market if you want to access, or if you want to give internet accessibility in your network in a limited manner, or we can say in a controlled manner, then you can purchase modem server from the market. So different servers are there, and these computers are connected with the server. Clear? Just see the wiring. Here it is hub or switch, and here it is a computer, and the computer is file server. All the clients are connected with the server. So this file server is serving the facility to store the file, to access the file, to read and write the file to these different clients. Clients are directly connected with the server, and once if the server is off, then the networking is also off. The clients are not getting the facility of this file server. Right? So, if we talk about server, there are two different type of servers. The first one is known as dedicated server. Dedicated server means a special computer that is created for the serving purpose only. We have to purchase this type of server separately from the market to connect our networking computers. Right? Now, the second type of server is known as non-dedicated server. Non-dedicated means what? It is not a server. It is just like a computer only. And if we are going to double up the capacity of a computer and convert this computer as a server, it is known as a non-dedicated server. How you can build a non-dedicated server? Just take one PC from your network, double up its memory. If 4 GB RAMs are there in all these different PCs, just double up 8 GB or 16 GB RAM, you can attach, you can connect with this particular computer. Hard disk, double up. Hard disk, if 1 terabyte hard disk is there in your network PC, just double it up. Double up means 2 GB or more than 2 GB hard disk you can attach. You can connect a big screen monitor with this server. Right? So here we can double up a normal computer on the basis of memory, any RAM, on the basis of hard disk, on the basis of its processing speed. If i3 processors are there in your network and you want to create a non-dedicated server, then you just plug i5 or i7 processor in a specific computer and convert this computer as a non-dedicated server. Clear? So, non-dedicated server you can apply in the peer-to-peer network for a limited control or limited safety and security in the small network. Right? In a small network, it means 10 or 15 PCs are there only in the network, and you want to control, you want to manage the internet, manage the networking facility in these different PCs. Then somehow you can adjust with this non-dedicated server. Right? Now, if computers are more, near about 100, 150 computers are connected in a network, and you want to manage the activity that is going on in these PC, if you want to manage or secure the internet accessibility, if you want to manage, secure the file accessing mode, then in this big network you have to purchase a dedicated server from the market. Clear? So, dedicated server is available in client and server networking technique, whereas peer-to-peer equal rights are there for all the different pieces of our network. Here client server network is also known as master and slave network. Right? So let me call it a day. Hope you understand the topic properly. Thank you very much.